What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a cleaning of my Walther PDP. Just a field strip basic cleaning. First thing, lock it back, make sure it's cleared. It's good. There's no magazine in it. And you want to take it apart, pull the trigger, pull the pins down, and pull the top off. Set the frame to the side. Let's take the guide rod out, barrel out, and now we'll clean the barrel first. Put this to the side. I use hops. I'll pour a little bit into a cup, just a little bit. That's what I think I'll need. Get our board brush. I like to dip it in there. Get it nice and wet in there. And now we'll run it through the barrel. Just a couple times. Put that to the side. You're gonna need some patches. Just get a couple patches. Fold them, put them through this thing. For the first pass through, I'll wet the patches, and then I'll pass it through the barrel. It's not that dirty, so I'll use that same patch, kind of clean the outside of the barrel. See, it's not really that dirty, it's a little dirty. Have some paper towels nearby so you can dry your hands up. Then I'll get a dry patch. And I'll pass the dry patch through. Pass that through a couple times till you're satisfied that it's clean. It's not too dirty. I only shot a couple 100 rounds through it the last time at the range, so it didn't get that dirty. Inspect the inside of the barrel. See if it'll focus on it. You see it's nice and clean in there. And that looks good. So I'll put the barrel to the side. Now I'll clean the guide rod. I'll use this little brush. This is just a soft bristle brush. And I'll just kind of pass it through like that. That should be good enough. And I'll use a microfiber towel, kind of give it a little pat dry. Put that off to the side. Now I'll work on the slide. I'll get that same brush, dip it in a little bit, and just work the grooves here. And work here on the slide. I'll get the smaller end of the brush to come here to where the barrel pokes out. You want to pay attention here to this piece right here, where the extractor is. That piece, you want to get a nice scrub on there. And I'll give a little bit on the outside too. As carbon builds up there. That should be good. Now I'll get my little patches and start wiping off that excess carbon that builds up, especially here on the extractors where you'll get the most carbon. And in that little groove, I'll use a tool to kind of work the patches in there. So this is just a basic cleaning after a couple rounds through it. So it's not that dirty. So if it looks clean enough to the eye, then that's good. That looks really clean actually. That towel there. Now for my red dot, I'll use just a microfiber clothing. Get in there. Just like that. So that the red dot looks nice and clean. See if the dot will, yeah, you can see that. All right. And then I'll use this towel to kind of just dry up the excess hops on it. And we can put that to the side, and now let's work on the frame. Same thing, it's not too dirty. I don't know if it'll focus on the dirt there. You can see a little bit. So, use this brush, dip it in the hops, and just scrub in all those pieces. Inside like this trigger mechanism, there's like tiny little spots. I'll use a smaller brush here. Sometimes it works to pull the trigger a little bit to get the trigger bar out of the way, to get in those little spots there. In the magazine well, it gets a little caked up there too. Turn it around and get in the inside. That should be good. Let's get some fresh patches. Probably 2 or 3 will probably be enough. Yeah. The frame was a little dirtier than I thought. Still not bad at all though. Get all these little pieces. I don't really worry too much about getting the gun so clean. As long as it looks pretty clean to your eyes, it should be good enough. And it'll function either way. Once you clean it and you lube it up. Sometimes in the trigger guard here, gets a little bit of excess carbon buildup too, so you want to get in there. With one patch, it looked like that was enough. Then I'll just get this towel and kind of pat dry it a little bit there. That looks pretty clean to me. Right here in the trigger guard, let me see if I can get it to focus. You see there's like that carbon there. So sometimes I'll get a Q-tip. And with the Q-tip, I'll get in there. You can see there's all that buildup there. That looks fine now. So now we're pretty much ready to go. It's a quick little cleaning. We'll get our lube. I use a Hoppies also. You want to lube up obviously the contact spots here in the frame, where the frame is going to contact the slide, which is right here. These little metal pieces. And right here, I'll put a little couple drops here, couple drops in the trigger guard on this ramp here. And then here where the barrel sits. And on the slide, right here in these grooves, see those grooves in there, get some oil there, all the way through. On the other side, same thing, all the way through. Right here on this piece, I put a little bit of oil. Right here, where the barrel. Anywhere where you see like machine marks, it's always a good place to put oil because you know that's a contact spot. So right here, barrel, right here on the feed ramp. And then inside the barrel, I'll give a little coating. And I'll put a little bit of more and then kind of just work it in. And on your guide rod, just a little strip like that. Work it in. Now we'll put it back together. Barrel goes in. Guide rod. And then we'll slide her back on. Function test the trigger. Good. Reset. Perfect. And I would like to get a little bit of oil and put it on the outside of the frame just to help with the coating and so it doesn't get rust on it. Just rub it in. And I'll get a little towel and kind of pat dry the excess. There you go. That is how I clean my Walther PDP. Thanks for watching.